9 brave students, an angry mob, and the National Guard. On this day in history, September 25th, 1957, the Little Rock Nine stepped up as they fought for desegregation. 3 years earlier, in May of 1954, the Supreme Court ruled unanimously on a landmark decision, Brown v. Board of Education of Topeka, that racial segregation in places of education was unconstitutional. A cornerstone of the civil rights movement, the Brown v. Board of Education case established the precedent that separate but equal education was unconstitutional. That legal doctrine, confirmed in the Plessy v. Ferguson Supreme Court decision of 1896, stated that institutions could be segregated by race, but must provide equal opportunities to all. 5 days later, the Little Rock School Board in Arkansas, which at the time was among the more progressive southern states, announced that it would comply with the Supreme Court's decision when it outlined the method and timeline for integration and desegregation. A year later, in 1955, the school board unanimously adopted a plan for integration to begin in 1957 at the high school level. However, when the time came, the NAACP filed suit arguing that the plan was too gradual an approach. The lawsuit was dismissed, and by 1957, 7 out of 8 Arkansas universities had been integrated. For high school, however, the situation was different. In the Central High School District, 80 students expressed interest in attending Central when school started in the fall. After being interviewed by the school board, the number was down to 17. 8 of the students decided to remain at the all-black Horace Mann High School, and the remaining 9 became known as the Little Rock Nine, who were determined to integrate Central. With tensions rising, mobs forming, and a newly formed Mothers League winning a temporary injunction to block integration, the setting was set for a clash at the steps of Central High School. On September 2nd, Governor Faubus, a staunch segregationist, called the Arkansas National Guard to surround the school and prevent integration. A federal judge, Davies, nullified the injunction from earlier and ordered integrated classes to begin on September 4th. However, the National Guard outside refused to let the black students pass. The standoff lasted for 20 days, and eventually President Eisenhower became involved. He delivered a nationally televised address in which he explained that he federalized the National Guard and approved the deployment of U.S. troops to Little Rock. On September 25th, under heavily armed guard, the Little Rock Nine entered the school and attended classes for the first time. Troops remained at Central High for the entire year, and the 9 students were subjected to heavy verbal and physical assaults from some of the white students. The battle for desegregation continued for decades, marked by numerous court battles, injunctions, and hardships along the way. Eventually, schools in Little Rock were finally integrated in 1972, and Cleveland High School in Cleveland, Mississippi became the last school in the country to desegregate in 2016.